why you wanted to start with e-commerce and dropshipping in the first place.
So I wanted to work from wherever I want and not to be stuck at one place.
Based on, let's say, where you were before July.
July was my first 10K month, so that's really good. A lot of people, they think that it's easy. People think, that they just can build a website and put some products on it and then make money, but that's not the case. You really have to put the extra work in it.
What were, let's say, some of the most helpful things that you find initially when you started?
The group calls are very, very good. With the group calls, it gave me that extra push to keep going. And
what would you say to maybe someone who's maybe seeing this, or maybe to yourself before you started?
Well, yeah, what I was saying that you.
All right, I'm here today with my client Shulize, who has basically been in the program for a few months now. Shulize is basically going to talk with us today about her experience within our program. Shulize, first of all, welcome. Can you maybe tell me shortly why you wanted to start with e-commerce and dropshipping in the first place?
Yeah, I wanted to start with e-commerce because I wanted to work like location independently. So I wanted to work from wherever I want and not to be stuck at one place. So that was the main reason why I started with e-commerce.
Awesome. And before you rolled into the program, we went also over it before you even started. But what do you think right now? Let's say the general concept of e-commerce. How do you think about that right now, based on where you are right now and where you were when you started?
Well, I had already a little bit of experience with e-commerce because I already did it in 2018, but I think it's only getting bigger and bigger. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I think the best time to start is right now. Yeah. So yeah, I think that's my point of view.
100%. I think as well, based on, what most people say right now, you cannot start anymore with e-commerce because it's dead and everything, but they don't see that, let's say, the pattern of, let's say, online shopping, for example, will only increase. And with that, of course, the drop shipping market, the e-commerce market as a whole, will only going to be bigger and bigger by time. So, of course, back in 2018, when you wanted to start, I believe as well, there were like a lot of opportunities. But it does not take away that right now is not a good moment to start, or maybe even better. So
no, it's still possible to start. So you only have to be you have to be determined. But that was not different back in 2018. That's completely the same.
Yeah. So I still see it also, when you, for example, attend the calls, and when we have calls together, then I can see as well that you're still like very committed to this project. At least that's what I feel from the energy that you bring in as well. Because So once you want
to make this work, and you have to be determined, because it's a lot of people, they think that it's it's easy and it's something you get rich from right away, but you have to put a lot of work in it. And sometimes, like, I'm even busy 11 o'clock at night, contacting my supplier and doing the research for the products, having contact with the customers. So it's a lot of work. So you have to be determined, but it's possible. Yeah, it's possible.
100%. And that's, I think as well, what separates you, for example, and the others within our program as well, that you need to put in work. It's not something you will get rich overnight. I don't believe in that at all. It's always like, the time requirement in order to succeed at something. And you're already, let's say, at the right path as well, based on, let's say, where you were before July, and right now is, let's say, August, right? You actually grew a lot in just a month. So
yeah, July was my first 10K month. So that's really good. But awesome. You have to put the work in it. So it's a lot of people think, that they just can build a website and put some products on it and then make money, but that's not the case. You really have to put the extra work in it.
Yeah, it's a reflection of the work that you put in, and you will see it coming back to you for sure. Once you came into the program, right, we gave you also some initial steps from the beginning to, let's say, get the ball rolling. What were, let's say, some of the most helpful things that you find initially when you started that helped you occur the wins that you have, let's say, created for yourself right now?
I think it helped a lot that I'm not sure what his name was, but that the Fiverr guy did my website, because then I could, focus on the more important things like product research and learning more about the Facebook ads. So the things that make you money, basically. So that was very helpful. And also I also told Katrina, the group calls are very, very good, because I am determined, and I don't need someone to push me, but with the group calls, it did gave me that extra push to keep going. And especially with Cash, also he ask you to be very specific about a purpose for that week, and what you want to get out of that week. So that's nice to have some people looking after that you continue to work hard.
100%. I think the accountability part is something that is not that much appreciated by most people, and I think it's very important to have that. Let's say, even when you start like completely something new, of course, that you've done, then you need to have some sort of like accountability to also be, let's say, proactive towards you, right? Because from the beginning, you don't know if you do everything right from the start, and that is not a problem. But if you're basically, for example, guided through that, or you're basically held accountable during your process, I am 100% sure that you will see that results then also faster, because you commit yourself to a specific target that you set for yourself, right? For example, a week or per month.
Yeah.
So since you came as well into the program, it's been a few months right now. What have been, let's say, some of the results, let's say, maybe the skills as well that you feel like you've been able to learn and accomplish?
Well, for a start, the product research, because I didn't have like a good way of searching for winning products, so that was very helpful. And of course, the thing where you make the money with, so very important also. And also how you build a good looking product page, how you build the Facebook ads. So that is really helpful.
Great.
That was really
helpful. Yeah, I think those are, let's say, the three most important pillars you should master, of course, in order to see and to grow, for example, to 10K per month or beyond. And look, you've been also, go ahead.
And also sometimes, and that I also see what I saw with myself, but I still see it sometimes with people in the group that are starting. Sometimes when you just start, you just focus on the things that really doesn't matter that much, but you think they matter. Like, for example, the website. Sometimes you tend to spend a lot of time on the website, and it's good that you have some people in the group call, like you or Cash, that remind us that it's not about the website. Your website is like, it can be finished like 80%, and you can still have some sales.
I remember actually once, like actually in the beginning, you were like so also like specific, for example, on a website, hey, I want to have this right, like to have it 100% perfect, right? I think, when you're actually starting, you have it maybe 80% in good. That's better than 100% perfect, because I believe that extra 20%, that will take more time than the first 80. So it would be better to just change that by, putting up your products, for example, and get feedback along the way. And I think that that's something you do right now really well, because your website is perfect. As well are your ads right now, because you know what to do, because you have basically, you're on the battlefield, right? You're actually doing it. And accordingly, you will be able to get feedback and change and optimize. Yeah. Awesome. So as you're also, let's say, into e-commerce right now for like quite some time, what would you say to maybe someone who's maybe seeing this, or maybe to yourself before you started, before, let's say, you were thinking about joining, let's say, our program, or maybe someone who is maybe hesitant, about starting their own e-commerce store and business? What would you basically advise to them?
Well, what I was saying, that you have to push really hard. If you really want to do it, it's possible. It's still possible to be very profitable with e-commerce, but you have to put a lot of work in it. You have to be consistent. You have to make some goals for yourself. realistic goals. So, but yeah, you have to be determined and you have to be ready to work really hard. You know, what I was saying, sometimes I'm still working at 11 o'clock and then I wake up 5 in the morning. And the first thing I think about is, okay, I have to check my email for customers. I have to contact my supplier. I have, you know, my friend is finished after 8 hours of work, but sometimes I'm still working, you know. You have to put in a lot of work if you want to do it, but it is possible. And if you succeed, then, you know, the world is yours, because then you can work from wherever you want. And yeah, I think that's for most people the part why they want to start with e-commerce.
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful. I think as well, the upcoming months is going to be very exciting for us. So I'm actually super excited to also still be along you so I can help you scale towards bigger numbers. And yeah, I'm actually super excited for it. Is there maybe something you would like to add as well to this?
No, I think I said everything.
Awesome, awesome. Shulize, I want to thank you for taking the time to just share this with us. I really appreciate it. So yeah, I'll see you in the next one.